you like Sonic, so you know you can't like shooting the lasers is kind of inconsequential.
Yes.
But you know, if you're constantly forcing someone else to approach you. God damn it. Rock, paper, scissors in an eternal stalemate of rock, I see, between these two.
We are already the stalling is happening. We have got rocks on rocks on rocks on rocks.
Damn.
Going on in rock, paper, scissors.
All right, coin, there we go. Ended up flipping a coin to see who has stage pick. 3D land, poggers.
See, I feel like if Jaxter won the rock, paper, scissors, I feel like they should have taken the coin as like a power move.
Right,
like
true.
just like
money match.
You already know.
Oh damn, that's crazy. All right.
I mean, if it's a top 3 payout, then technically this is a money match.
Yeah, no,
somebody else providing.
Yeah, no, that is always you know a way to think about you know it's just like
if you want to stress
match.
yourself out.
Well,
that's definitely a way of thinking.
I don't know, like it depends, you know, like it depends how like seriously you know like you take certain money matches, how you know how much more you value you know the money or the pride, because you know payouts are always going to be fairly minimal in Smash, just because we you know that's just how it is. True. That's how it's going to be for a long time, sadly. But let's not worry about that. Let's worry about the gameplay right in front of us. Oh my God, that could have been a 50-60% if Craftmaster was able to back up and catch Falco sneaking out the end of it. That was a cheeky setup off the minecart.
Yeah, and this is going to be the really scary part, is that both of these, you know, particularly Falco has got quite the linear recovery and is going to be able to sort of get really messed up by the down tilts and by these traps. But in the meantime, you get those up tilts going, the big body of Steve is really just going to be combo food for the blue bird. And oh my goodness, you died at 86 after the hit.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
Town and City, you know, blast zones, of course. Oh, there we go. Beautiful down air backer conversion. Yeah, Jaxter having plenty of time to punch that up smash and just ended up tilting a bunch of times, which is very punishable if you're facing backwards as Steve, because the up tilt starts from behind him. So,
and it's interesting to see the slightly different approach that Jaxter is going to compare to when we saw the set with SBF. Yeah. Really lovely reflector there as well. A really useful tool in the matchup. And the fact that Jaxter's sort of basically always running in. Yes. And that down tilt from Falco is able to delete those blocks instantly, and a very slight charge nearly kills Jaxter off the top, but thankfully just about managing to live.
Yeah. Okay. Parry on the first hit, but the second hit's coming through. Yeah, it's always scary to know what the option is going to be after that glide lands. Barely living off of the powered up minecart. Yeah, coming back onto stage, trying to use the reflector to send away the down tilt flames, and ends up avoiding it on the way back. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do in that situation.
No, just a very easy edge guard. Jaxter just waiting a little bit too long to be able to get the up tilt, but still gets the jab on that metal platform. That could have been scary, but of course you can't place blocks too high up, so I suppose the combo potential off of those upper side platforms is somewhat limited.
Yeah, but you can just see the diamond damage just racking up over and over, nearly being an entire stock out of it. No iron available for the down air. And the
there we
up
go.
tilt back air, the classic, the wing and the leg.
Yep. Okay. Back throw immediately. He's gonna buy a bit of space. Wow, yep. Jaxter just ends up landing into the minecart and ends up costing him that first game there, Jaxter. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's at 100%. He's making silly mistakes. He's missing kill confirms. I don't think this is the best Jaxter that we've seen.
But on the flip side of the coin, this is exactly how the set with SBF started in the winner's side with Craftmaster.
Right.
We did see SBF, a lot of grimaces, a lot of head shakes, a lot of moments where we thought they were down and out, and then they pulled 3 solid games out. Jaxter's definitely not out of it yet, but certainly if the games keep looking like that, then this may be a foregone conclusion.
Okay, there we go. The lingering of that reflector, such a useful tool, like you said. Okay, up S for days, but doesn't want to tempt fate against that potential actual anvil onto the platform. Instead, just keeps it grounded, keeps it sensible, gets the down air. I'm not the biggest fan of combos into down air on stage, though, because that puts you above Steve, and then you've got to land. And you can just sort of, as Steve, press a button to get you out of tumble. Oh my god, weird!
Wow.
What? Just gets away with it.
I do wonder whether that was a slight misinput. We did see the very slight shake of the head from Jaxter in the player cam, and that reflector, once again, coming in clutch. The fact that it just sends Steve completely the other way means that you both get stage control and the opportunity for a punish, and that was a spicy side B if I had ever seen one.
Yeah, no. A few times we've seen Craftmaster set up some blocks just to immediately get rid of them, and Jaxter absolutely taking advantage of the indecisiveness. Drag down into the up tilt back air, catches the start of the down air, and Jaxter is in full control right now.
Yeah, the perfect percent for that to happen as well. And from what we were saying about the way that game one went, you know, we are looking at a pretty solid 3-stock right now.
Yeah, Jaxter just keeps going. Just ends up standing still and shooting lasers. Gets swiped out of that minecart with a wooden F smash, but that's not going to have too much kill power. God, yeah, the reflector just giving Craftmaster a whole bunch of trouble, but the back air extending Falco's hitbox to the left and getting squashed by that anvil.
And this is where things can get scary. You're going to take so much percent. Of course, Falco being a fast faller, meaning that it's so much easier to get those bread and butter combos going.
Yeah. God, I'm hungry for some bread and butter right now.
100%, 100%. And we can see Craftmaster just slowly but surely getting themselves back into it, knowing what they need to do, but it, you know, is so difficult when you've got a whole stock behind.
Very good, much better there. We've seen Craftmaster just preemptively throw out a few random buttons that realistically aren't going to hit, but then that time we saw him wait for that reflector and then just simply punish it. We're seeing a lot better patience here now, just waiting for Jaxter to whiff buttons and you know, get these simple whiff punishes that you can, you know, with these big long range buttons. Here we go, STIL just going to be able to survive getting hit by that F smash there.
Yeah, and just the diamond moves are so strong on Steve, and the up tilt back air, is that going to be enough? Yes. Beautiful. The side blast zones of Town & City really playing in clutch, making those up tilt to back air confirms even more deadly than normal.
Oh yeah, no, beautiful turn around. He's got those definitely, like in earlier sets I've seen him playing, like he hasn't, you know, had the confidence to go for the turnarounds, has just been cashing out damage for, like, you know, forward airs or just getting the back air facing the wrong way and not killing. But now we're starting to see, you know, the tighter confirms come out, and especially like in those first two stocks, just Jaxter absolutely running over a somewhat hesitant Craftmaster.
Yeah, and Jaxter's really got to hold on to that mentality that he had in those first two stocks. He knows that he can be a devastating and dominant force of nature in this matchup if he wants to be. You've just got to keep hold of it. You've got to make sure that you don't lose your nerve. Do not let the lead control you a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Starting to get the damage going, get stuck underneath the block with the whiff grab. Get stuck in a little bit of a weird animation, but okay. Up throw down it. It's a nice little bit of a damage builder. Wow, just stomps him straight out of the air. I like that. And just charging straight forward, using the disjointedness of the reflector to hit through the blocks. Even though it doesn't really break them, it's, you know, it interrupts Craftmaster mining on the other side, and it's, you know, it's a little bit of damage. It's better than nothing. Oh, anti-air. I mean, a fake jump.
Yeah,
an empty jump, that's what it's called.
Excellent DI from Craftmaster, just about avoiding it, and definitely the Kalos pick is helping out twice now. Maybe on other stages that would have killed, but not on this one with the blast zones as large as they are. It's so crucial, and I love the fact that not only is Jaxter throwing out this reflector to, like, get rid of the minecart, but also any sort of strange approach with the up B is just stuffed out by it, and it also goes, like, through the blocks. Oh my goodness, what a clutch air dodge.
Very heads up air dodge.
Nice.
And Craftmaster I believe air dodging a little bit earlier, or just not pressing anything. And yeah, that was a pretty tricky situation to be in off of that up air. Good DI to avoid the laser hit, and there we go, the slide in, comboing into the up smash. Okay, wow, the parry. Rolling away the buffer system, trying to go for the double dip, but it's not going to end up working out. Just coming, flying in with the swinging of the stone sword.
Yeah, Jaxter definitely seems to know the more cheesier options that Steve can go for, and is definitely making sure that they don't fall privy.
Yeah!
A call out with that down air, just reflecting it, sending it straight back up, and killing him at what, 50%?
Oh yeah. You see how strong move like that are normally. The fact that it turns into a projectile once you unleash it, like that, just going straight back up, especially so high up as well. It's like if you get into a habit of it and Falco calls you out, then like it's gonna be an absolutely brutal punish. Here we go, more punishes coming Craftmaster's way. Oh no, bit of a whiff from both of them. A bad recovery into the center of the stage, but Jaxter not punishing Craftmaster for it. 3 blocks high.
Yeah, and that block just breaking right at the clutchest moment, saving Jaxter from heading face first into that minecart. You can see every little trade that Falco gets. Ooh, just about whiffing that back air that probably wouldn't have killed given how big this stage is, but now look at the patience that Jaxter is showing.
Wow, setting the minecart through the gap. Oh, chasing him down even after the air dodge. Empty jump again. The empty jump up tilts have been netting Jaxter so much ground. Finds the net, that's gonna do it.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff from Jaxter. Lingering hitbox of the neutral air, gonna catch any sort of attempt from Craftmaster, and from what looks like a really solid game one for Craftmaster is now on their tournament point. Craftmaster needs to win the next 2 games to stay in, and you know, Jaxter definitely looking strong right now.
Yeah, no, representing, I forget, is Jaxter EOE or London? I feel like it's EOE,
EOE,
right? Yeah, because he comes to both. I forget where exactly situated, but yeah, representing east of England in this event. Craftmaster, I believe more local.
Yes.
They're northwest or mids?
Northwest, I believe. I don't think they're Midlands. I mean, I could be completely wrong on that, to be honest.
No. I'm still, you know, I'm
not too familiar.
I showed up a couple weeks ago. I don't really know who's who yet. It's always been, you know, interesting to me because I've sort of, where I'm situated, I'm like stuck halfway between EOE and London. But like London's like, just because of public transport, it's like easier to travel to.
Yeah, of
so
course.
I know the London scene better. But no, I'm still, you know, like decently like decentish mates, you know, with you know, EOE players. Like I know Jaxter-ish well, you know, sort of know Pelly, sort of know GP, so you know, just and now I've disappeared up to the northwest, and now I'm starting to get to know everybody here. So I don't really know, you know, where my allegiances lie or anything. So I'm just sort of a floating, you know, minstrel, rooting for whoever the winds decide I vote for on that day. But
there we go. But in this game right now, we've got a game 4 set. Jaxter 2-1 up on the board. Definitely found their game plan right now. However, Craftmaster going to be making those adaptations, making sure that Jaxter really earns any victory that they can find. And again, electing for this much slower play style. More than happy to just hang back, mine for resources. The landing hitbox of the forward air can catch you off guard if you're not ready for it.
Yep. Okay, the minecart coming through, causing a fair bit of damage. Jaxter sitting pretty at the nice percent, catching the jump out. Ooh. Nice, beautiful drag down, converting into the reverse hit of up tilt. I'm not sure if that's true, but it certainly connected. And the side B being a little bit low is going to buy Craftmaster some time and space to get those resources on deck. The roll in up tilt. It's a habit that Jaxter's spoken about here and there. Just it works out more often than not, just because, you know, it's good as like a punish. So, you know, the reflect just battering through, beautiful jump out punish, and drag down again, the turnaround back air. With each and every passing moment, Jaxter's execution gets more and more precise.
I must admit, I do wonder why Craftmaster took him back to this stage, given that 1, Craftmaster lost on it, and 2, these up tilt to side B, up tilt to back air combos, excuse me, like work so much better with the smaller side blast zones on this stage. Of course, Craftmaster definitely going to be evening it up with this combo.
yeah,
but certainly the advantages are proving much more beneficial for Falco here.
Yeah, and you know, like we've said in previous sets, you know, that the usage of the axe on the ground to gather resources can play havoc sometimes, especially with the very low durability of gold equipment. Oh my god!
Wow.
The up tilt loops? Jaxter catching the jump from ledge. That's almost it, but it's not quite going to do it. Committing to go high. Craftmaster's surely got to go low. Just rolls up. Okay, I pull up at the ledge, but it ends up not working out. And Craftmaster one stock away from going out of this tournament.
Yeah, those lingering hitboxes from Falco are so vital in these edge guards, able to cover so much ground. And again, Jaxter has got these really damaging combos just on deck. And from what started off as, you know, the potential of a comeback is now an entire stock deficit for Craftmaster in this situation.
Yeah, really good patience from Craftmaster, just waiting for Jaxter to commit, drops the anvil on his head. Jaxter had already committed to the net, so couldn't, you know, answer back with a reflector. But now, you know, after that down air, you know, he's starting to get, you know, a bit more reliant on that reflector, and now beautifully done. The wall gets put up, the diamond tools are on the table. Up tilt doesn't go for the back air though. Yeah. Still holding on to these diamond tools, and if he can make something happen with it, then he can bring it to a game 5, but it's going to be close. Yeah,
we've seen the devastating damage output of Craftmaster, but that won't matter.
Surely not!
When the back air just about takes it. Jaxter continuing his devastating tear through losers bracket, making it into top 3. Craftmaster bowing out of 4th place.